So today we're going to be doing a Q&A. I've got my little battery pack for my ring light, which is probably a little bit too bright. I've got all the questions on my phone. I'll be putting them up over here. So let's jump straight into question number 1, which is, what's the ideal breakfast that is quick and high calorie? So if I'm going to be honest, if you're just going off calories, cereal is already quite high. I mean, my daily bowl of cereal, if I go on MyFitnessPal, is about 500 calories, and that's on a bad day. On a good day, it can go up to 700. So if you're looking for high calorie and it's not like macro friendly or anything like that, then I'd definitely say like literally just any form of like granola with, I don't know, let's say I go for triple chocolate crisp granola from Waitrose or sometimes Tesco's. However, if you're looking for more filling and more like, not filling, if you're looking for more nutritionally valuable kind of food, I would say like let's say an omelette with cheese or something like that. So something nutritionally dense. Maybe have like some fruit on the side, or like some Greek, or some yogurt with some oats. So that's question number 1. That was from Joe9697. Mr. Bryn Ferber. He asks best supplement brands. Now, what I always advise in terms of supplements is a company called by the name of Examine. It's a website, examine.com. They're honestly incredible. Like they show you ranked best value, best quality. So they're really good. But if I was to go off my own experience, I think that protein-wise, I currently have Ghost Lifestyle because I like the flavors. It's got peanut butter cereal milk, which peanut butter is like my favorite spreadable thing ever. So peanut butter for me is like number 1. So number 1 is peanut butter for me, peanut butter cereal milk. If I was to go for any other company that was not Ghost in terms of protein, I would most likely go for someone like Optimum Nutrition. Because I find that it blends really well, it doesn't clump, which is probably the most annoying thing when actually getting protein. Supplements, I would, this is a whole idea for another video actually, which I'll quickly record when I finish this video. But any other supplements, I would go for pre-workout. Isn't necessary, but I like to use it. Now, lastly is creatine. In my opinion, is like not necessary. Again, like, supplements aren't necessary, they're just like, they're a luxury to have. I always recommend pre-workout, however, please do not get reliant on it in terms of everyday use. Because I did that, I was using it every single day. I used to use it just for my heavy lifts, but then I really liked kind of how my workouts felt when I had pre-workouts. Then I started using it daily, and eventually it was just a case of like, if I didn't have pre-workout, then I couldn't have a good workout. So best supplements to use would be protein, whey protein, creatine, and pre-workout. Those are my 3 main ones. Anything other than that, you really kind of don't need. Now, if you're looking for like illegal supplements, then that's like a whole different thing, which I'm not qualified to go into at all. Jack Clark Fitness. By the way, thank you everyone for these questions. I appreciate people asking a few things. How much would one ideally want to progressive overload on bench, squat, deadlift each week / month? Any studies on how much is ideal? So I'm not gonna say anything that, you know, is backed up by studies, because it's not, it's my personal experience. So personally, I have found that if I am to go on my previous workout plan, I was doing kind of progressive overload once every, I was literally doing it like once every 4 weeks. So I did it in start in week 1, I did a really small overload. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like it was an AMRAP at 72% of my, well, give or take 70% of my 1 rep max. And that was on every single lift. So that was overhead press, bench, squat, deadlift. And then after that, as I progressed throughout my program, I did week 1 was 72% for a set of 8+, so 8 is minimum, as many as you can, so 72.7% on that. And then as I got down to week 4, I did 89% for a set of 2+, so 90% for as many as you can do. So I found that was probably optimal for me. So once every 4 weeks. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion. That's how I would do it. And hopefully that answers the question. As I said, I'll do another video on progressive overload as a whole and how much you should do at different training styles, all that kind of jazz. But I found that once every 4 weeks was pretty much spot on for me. Next question comes from Mr. Ramsey Burns. And he asks, PTs or YouTube tutorials? I'm gonna guess that this goes back to things like form, things like exercise selection. So the good thing with PTs is that fact we're all qualified in exercise, and we had to do this to get the qualification. Now, having said that, I've seen a lot of PTs that do really dumb shit or see people doing really dumb shit, being their clients. So they see their clients doing really dumb shit and they don't intervene, they don't say anything, which I personally think is really dumb. But the opposite is true as well. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who might not have, I don't know if they've got qualifications to be a PT or a kinesiologist or physiologist or whatever, but I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who don't show off their degrees, who have got really good knowledge. So I can't really pick. I made a video on how to choose a PT not that long ago. So I would, if I'm going to be honest, I would say start off with YouTube videos. However, please make sure that if you are using YouTube videos, you're using a reliable source. First off, I appreciate the compliment. Second off, I would honestly recommend, in terms of exercise order to lose fat, I don't think that exercises should be in order. I think the only time that exercise should be in order is when you're doing compound lifts. So this will not apply to anyone who's doesn't have the bench press, the squat, the deadlift, the overhead press in their program. So anyone who does not have those in their program, do not worry about the advice I'm about to give. It doesn't apply to you. But the only time that you should actually prioritize exercises is when you're doing a compound movement, because you're going to need the most energy to do that movement other than isolations. So now there's two sides to this coin. So that's one of them. So the exercise selection kind of order. The second was to lose fat. Now, in order to lose fat, you don't actually need to do any exercise. If you were literally only going to lose fat, really, you just need to be in a caloric deficit, which would mean you burn more calories than you consume. Therefore, your body loses energy. Therefore, it has to burn extra fat in order to, keep you going. Therefore, losing fat. Now, so yeah, I mean, with that kind of thing, you don't really need to be exercising in order to lose weight. It's beneficial and it will help you and it will allow you to eat more calories than you normally would if you weren't exercising, which means that, more food to eat, the better. But at the same time, you don't need to exercise in order to lose weight. You just need to control your diet. You need to control what you're doing. You just need to burn more calories than you actually consume. There is no kind of magic pill that will have no side effects on you. Those were all the questions that I got asked, which were all really good. There was a large selection, which I really appreciate people actually thinking of asking me things. People asking me things is always good. It always makes me very happy. So I hope those answers were all good. In terms of that last one, as I said, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You don't really need to do exercise. However, if you're going to do exercise, please prioritize your compound movements first. And if you just want to lose fat, then just kind of get your diet in check, get your calories in check. People who say you don't need to track your calories, if you're trying to lose weight, then it's better if you do. If you don't want to, that's fine, but you're better off if you actually do track your calories. Now, I'm going to head off. I've got to shoot. It's about 5 o'clock, so I actually need to get the hell out of here. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you've enjoyed. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. By the time this video has been aired, the post that I put up about the Q&A will be deleted, just so it means that people don't go there, ask questions, and then, you know, they either A, I get an overload of questions, which probably won't happen, but it just saves confusion. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.